Welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Andrea Jackson. Well, this next story will tug at the heartstrings, and it might make you pull your hair out, too.
No.
We are going all in on in-laws, current and future, in today's roundtable. So let's start with the good. A bride-to-be is going viral for releasing the message she received from her future father-in-law after she said yes to her fiancé. Now, here's what her future father-in-law, Doug, wrote. He says, "Now that it is official, I wanted to take a moment to directly and personally tell you how overjoyed we all are to have you become an official member of our families and us of yours." All right, what do you guys think?
I think it's absolutely sweet. First off, I think that people too many times, and well, Matt's about to get married, so I'd love to hear what he has to say about this.
Yeah.
Is that, you know, you are not marrying a person, you're marrying into a family. And these are, guess what? All the stuff that you had to deal with, you still do, and now you're gonna have to deal with the other half of it, whatever life she grew up with. I think it's wonderful, and I think that it's always been a fatherly thing or a manly thing, not to really reach out, but it's neat if gaining a new member of the family as a father. I guess
Yeah, Matt, what's your experience been like with the future in-laws?
Well, unfortunately, both of her parents have passed before we met, but her brother,
bring
her
it
sister.
down, man.
Yeah.
Well, I'm okay.
I know, man.
You're the honesty here.
I know. We did ask.
Her brother
Did we
and
not
sister.
discuss this in the pre-show meeting? It would have been nice to know. I'm just saying.
But having her brother and sister embrace me fully, and then like her kind of surrogate brother, they really. We all got along really well, and when we got engaged, you know, everybody was super nice, sent us all great notes. On her end, you know, my dad's passed, so you know, my mom warmed up to the idea finally, but you know, it took a minute, but she's finally there and ready.
But you're an only child, right?
Yeah, true.
So, and your moms, I think, of only sons are very protective.
Oh yeah.
And, well, she's pretty much adopted me now.
Yes.
I had a long discussion with her when I was out in Vegas. I don't remember most of it.
At an Elvis concert.
But I can say this about Matt. He did something I'm not 100% sure I would have been able to do. He went on a cruise with him, meaning you're locked up. You're like, we were talking about being on Mars.
Yes.
I mean, he did that, and you came out unscathed, and you're like,
And the drink package too.
And the drink, which comes in handy. So, you know, I commend you on that. I mean, and I think you should do more things like that because you are marrying into a family, no matter how you want to look at it, right?
This is true. All right, more to that text message as far as a textbook example goes. But what should you do when your in-laws are anything but supportive? Okay, we want you to take a listen to this next information.
Okay.
Here you go.
You're in a relationship.
I am. Yes. We're getting married in 2.5 weeks. Third time's a charm.
How long y'all been together?
3 months.
3 years?
23 years.
Whoa, baby. Have you met his parents?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I'm really close with this family.
What do you dislike about your partner's parents?
Man, that's a really tough question. Guys, don't even get me started on that one.
They're really quiet.
He's kind of just a bit quiet.
Too noisy.
They asked me a lot of questions.
They were a very large family. I'm an only child.
They want to party and drink, and it's a little bit embarrassing when your in-laws are acting younger than you and they think you're kind of a party pooper.
Do you like your partner's parents?
Love them.
I do.
Oh, they're cool, so.
Loved my mother-in-law.
Do you like your partner's parents?
Yeah, they were.
There were times, no, I did not.
What do you think about terrible in-laws? Mitch, I know you're on your second marriage.
Yes.
What is your in-law experience
Okay,
been
my
like?
in-law, now, my first marriage, I was 14. Oh, I wasn't 14. She was 14. I was 17 when we first met. Relax, not married, got married.
First met.
So I grew up with him. And
It is Florida, by the way.
Yeah. And I'm not related with her. I found out from 23 and me.
Good.
Anyway, but so they kind of raised me a little bit, you know, because
Okay.
after I was pretty much on my own at 17, and I was living in my truck, and her mom let me move into their house and everything.
So
And
you
I
guys
lived
were
downstairs.
living together,
Well,
technically?
I lived downstairs for a brief time, and then eventually I moved away. But they helped me out but they saw me grow up, you
Okay.
know. And I have to be honest with you, I'm upset that now with the divorce, I don't get to talk to them as much. But like her brothers, who actually at the time annoyed the ever-living crap out of me because they were, 10, 12 years old when that first and now they're adults and I like them and everything, but I can't really talk to them. And I remember the last time I saw them, I was in our hometown, they were across the street, and I go, "Hey man, what are you doing here?" He's like, "What are you doing here?" And that was the conversation, and I miss that. Matt, are you ready? Are you looking forward to, with
I
the
mean, I'm
in-laws?
stoked. I love her family. Her nephews, we get along great. They're like, I mean, she helped raise them, because her sister was kind of a single mom and everything. So they're really connected. Her sister's great. Her brother's great. So everybody seems to get along. So nobody's had any fights with that yet. So I'm an only child. So they kind of just my mom, here you go. You get this is what you're
This is
you're
what-
adopting.
Right.
And you come along with it. You know, we should mention Jackson's in a long-term relationship, but
Yes.
with your.
And I've met Alan's parents, and it's good. His family is,
Isn't that great when
it's really nice when you can all kind of get along. And his parents live up north, and his brother lives in North Carolina. So I've met everybody. Yeah.
By the way, every person has a relative living in North Carolina.
They do. It's
I'm
true.
telling you right now.
Oh, you're right. I
No,
do.
I'm dead serious.
I do.
Anyway, my in-laws now, and I'm not saying this, I wanted to make sure that I did this right, and they are the out of this world, just
They're-
supportive, great parents, and loving to their grandson, always willing to help. And the only thing that I have is like when you first meet, I'm gonna have to do something.
Okay.
When I first met him,
Yeah.
I was like, "How you doing? I'm Mitch."
Oh, and
How's
then
one of these?
Uh-huh.
And so now every single time,
Oh, so now you gotta do
and I'm
that.
like, you know,
gotta do the
and
handshake hug.
and
Okay.
I kiss her mom on the cheek, and because she does the same for me. But like, I go, all right, it's been 2.5 years now, That's the only thing I don't like, okay? But like, I have to do
Do you
that.
feel as though the handshake hug should just move directly to a hug?
I think maybe I should. Maybe
Yeah.
I mix it up. But I know, like, when I see him, I'm gonna have to do that.
Yeah.
Because.
So it's
That's-
awkward because you're
yeah.
like, what if I don't do that?
And if that's my biggest problem, I think I'm okay, right?
Meeting your in-laws at the wedding, they were just the loveliest
They're amazing,
people.
man. They're
What I
amazing.
loved was when my aunt and uncle in Daytona, my dad's brother met Leah the first time. They go, yeah, this one, because they've seen the messes I've been with in the past. They were like, no, we're good. Go with this one now,
one.
Matt. This one's good for you.
Well, we would love to hear what you have to say about this topic. Reach out to us at dailyflashshow.com right there on the website.
Yep.
We'll have this topic for you front and center.
Absolutely. We got some boss ladies, top 10 women inventors when we return.